I've got three teams too, but in no particular order.
Okay.
You know, we already talked about the White Sox. Do they bring in? Do they roll out the same group? Do they run it back, D-Row, another year?
Yeah.
And roll flow, then just change the voice in the dugout, or do they begin to change the mix on
Jose
the entire?
Abreu gone?
Yeah, probably for me, because they've got to move. They've got to get Vaughn and Sheets out of the outfield and get them back into the infield. But is Eloy capable of playing left field? And then, you know, their catching situation with Grandal, Moncada at third. They've got a lot of they have an option on Anderson. I'm sure they'll pick up. They have a lot of question marks.
They got to be better.
Could they get one of the big free agents, Dan, the White Sox, and maybe see if Tim Anderson would be opposed to moving to second?
Bro, I think that's a great thought. But if it's the right kind of guy that begins to change the mix of the personalities that they have there, a winning type player within that environment.
Their manager hire is important.
I think it really is. Yeah. I think it's the most important decision they make.
If you lose Abreu, that voice in that clubhouse.
And the Angels.
Angels, you know, to me, the Angels may not do anything, but you've got the most unique player that's going to be a free agent at the end of this year, probably in the history of the game. Do they hold on to him or do they trade him? If they put him in play, that'll be, besides the Judge sweepstakes, that'll be the most interesting conversation of the entire winter. And if they hold on to him, they could lose him for nothing.
Our good buddy John Heyman wrote a article in the New York Post advocating, or at least speculating, that the Yankees could just go full New World Order.
I saw that.
I mean, what?
Rodon, Correa.
What do you do?
Well, I think John's got a great point. I think you've got to be all in, or I think you have to really think about, you know, how you want to structure your payroll with your talent moving forward. Because if you go all in on Judge and you're not going to go all in on the other areas, then you're going to look at Volpe at second, Peraza at short, LeMahieu probably at third. I don't know if Josh Donaldson's got an offensive year left in him. You know, if Rizzo opts out, who is their first baseman? What are they going to do in left field?
Can you put LeMahieu at first and give Donaldson another?
Well, you have to, probably. I meant
Rizzo,
moving.
Well, I'm sorry. Will Rizzo, you think, opt out?
I would think so.
Okay.
I don't know. You know,
that's actually a tough.
You know, wasn't a great
16 mil
market for him a year ago.
He's a ball player.
He is, though, man.
So I mean, they really have some bigger 30,000-foot issues of really what do the Yankees want to be and how are they going to move forward.
So going back to the White Sox, you bring Correa and Anthony Rizzo.
Oh, you're going.
Game changer.
That changes your
White Sox,
entire
you're
clubhouse.
welcome.
That changes your entire clubhouse. It really does. Wow.